Have you guys ever heard of the Great Starvation Experiment? Well, between 1944 and 1945, Dr. Ansel Keys took 32 healthy men and put them on a very calorie-restricted diet. They went from about 3,200 calories to about 1,500 calories, so they cut their calories in half. And what happened to these men? Well, some of them lost their minds. One guy was so desperate to get out of the experiment because he was so hungry that he cut off 3 of his fingers, dreaming about cannibalism, because you will eat literally anything when you are hungry enough. They started doing things like cutting wood in an effort to ignore the fact that they were hungry, to stop themselves from eating. Does that sound familiar? Because I've seen lots of people online talking about how they should go brush their teeth, how they should stay out of the kitchen, how they should lock their fridge so that they stop themselves from eating. Really counting down the hours until they could eat again. I have done this myself in the past, where I would say I can only eat this meal, I can only have this, and I would literally be counting down the hours before I could have my next meal. These men also had to walk 22 miles a week. So think about that. If you are currently restricting your calories, you're in a calorie deficit, and you are trying to exercise at the same time, you are putting yourself into the exact same starvation state that these men were in. And what happened to these men in the end? They eventually got to refeed after 6 months, and some of them started eating 8,000 to 10,000 calories a day because they were in a starvation state. And it took them months to years to recover just from 6 months of restricting. So if you've been restricting for a long time, you really shouldn't expect yourself to just bounce back right away. It's a process. It takes time for your body to recover, to heal from the metabolic damage.